Hello everybody, my name is Jai and welcome to the B class review. You guys wanted to see the B class? So here you are. So let me get the B class in shot for you. So here it is. This is the B class. So this is apparently meant to be a new release from Auscision models. These are their new B classes. And I have seen some videos about all the different types you can get. You can't, obviously you don't just get VR, you can get a few examples such as SSR and V-Line, also obviously Victorian. There's also a special one, if you haven't heard of Railroad Australia, there is a particular B class that's quite special from Bernie Baker. If you want to know what that means, if you want to know what I'm talking about with a special B class, you'll have to look up Railroad Australia. B61 you'll need to type in. So anyway, so this is meant to be a new release from Auscision models, and I have watched a couple videos of people unboxing them, and so far there have been good reviews, so I thought I would join in with the fun. So, the B class that we are looking at is B62 in the VR 1 million miles. Or just the Victorian paint scheme, and also it's got a special little plaque to celebrate when it hit 1 million miles, which, if I'm correct, I think it was the first B class or first diesel locomotive in Victoria to hit 1 million miles, if I'm correct. I'll look into history about it later. So if we look at the product code, or the side of the box that has all the information, it is obviously a HR scale model, B class diesel electric locomotive, B62 in VR, original, 1 million miles, blue and gold, B2 AM10101. So that's the product code that you would have to have if you want to get this particular B class. So as you heard, this is B62, which like I just said before, it was the first B class to hit 1 million miles. Which is quite cool, isn't it? So we'll have a quick look at the box, and then we'll open this baby up and we'll see what she looks like. So let's do that right now. So this B class cost me $310, which is actually a little bit more cheaper than the T class. Can you believe that? I got it from Toy World, so if you guys want to check that out, obviously just go and check out Toy World, because they've definitely got plenty of these B classes in stock, and for a reasonable price if you ask me. Anyway, let's open the box. So we'll carefully open the box without damage, of course, and we'll have a quick look at the instructions first. So at first you just have your normal Auscision models, where it shows all the features. It shows just how to put DCC on, or get DCC chips, and how to install it. I'm not sure, but if I look carefully I might find some information. I think this should have information on it, or history I should say, about the B class, which I will get to. So yeah, so that's the just your normal diagram, or whatever it is, to help you how to maintenance it and lubricate it, and of course do DCC if you want to. And then here is the diagram. Obviously this is going to show all the bits and pieces of the model, every single piece, which there is quite a few pieces in most of these Auscision models. Quite a ridiculous amount, really. So yeah, so that's the diagram. Looks very good. But now let's get to our best bit, obviously the model. And here it is, B62. As you can see, it's got that special gold plaque in it, which I've got to admit looks very nice. So we'll take her out nice and gently, put the packaging away. Alright, let's get this baby open. It's quite squeaky, isn't it? And here it is. Here you go, you got to open the sides as well. Typical of Auscision to do this. It does, I guess, protect the model a bit more. And here she comes. And wow, doesn't that actually look quite beautiful? Wow, that actually looks very nice. I already do like this quite a lot already. So, what can we talk about it? Well, I got to admit, this is the first B class I have reviewed on this channel so far, and funny enough, it's the first Victorian B class that I've gotten, even though it is the first B class out of all of them. So yeah, it does look pretty nice. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it on my fantastically not terrible backdrop that I've made, just for this model and for the other models that you are going to watch. So without further ado, let me put this on my backdrop and we'll have a closer look at all the detail. Let's do it. So here's some information or some history about the B classes. So the B classes were the first mainline diesel electric trains to run in Victoria. They were first introduced in 1951 by Clyde Engineering. The first locomotive to be made was B60, which had these plaques on the sides of its nose called Sir Harold Clapp. Unfortunately, B60 was changed into an A class, which was a bit of a shame. All up 26 B classes were built between 1951 and 1952, from B60 to B86. Now, of course, the version that we're looking at, B62, was first introduced in Monday, the 8th, September 1952. And B62 was the first diesel electric locomotive in Victoria to reach 1 million miles, which made it quite special for its time. Unfortunately, B62 was converted into an A class around the 80s and 90s. However, unfortunately, she is one of the unlucky ones where she was unfortunately scrapped. However, though, I don't exactly know where she was scrapped or year she was scrapped. But unfortunately, she is no longer with us today. But at least we do have the model to remember her. Okay, so here it is on the backdrop for you, and straight away you can just tell that it does look very, very smart. I do already really like the look of this locomotive, especially in the VR colours. Oh, she just looks amazing. So some of the features that this model has then, I'm going to read some of the features that they give you on the instruction manual, so that way you do know what you're getting. So yeah, let's go ahead and read them. So the first thing is that it has a state-of-the-art 5-pole screw round motor, twin brass flywheels, oil drive and electrical pickups, metal and plastic handrails, see-through metal etched grills. It has a highly detailed cab with a driver and a fireman, I don't know why you call the fireman, just a conductor would probably do, that are painted, so that's pretty nice. It has operating white and red marker lights, operating headlights and number boxes, 3 micro switches on the chassis, so that way if you want to, on DC you can turn the lights on or off, black and metal wheels, scale size knuckle couplers, factory decorated with laser sharp printing for the paintwork, and you can definitely tell that that's pulled off really well. And it also has a 21-pin socket ready for a DCC chip to be installed. So some other details that I will show you on this model is where the B62 number is. Underneath it, obviously you can see we've got a plaque, as that's what it stated on the box. I'm obviously assuming that that's the plaque for this train to hit 1 million miles, which I'm pretty sure, if I'm right, it was the first B class to hit 1 million miles, so she does deserve that plaque. But anyway, let's look at some other details. So as we can see, the stairs on each side of the model does look very nice. Does definitely look like what it would look like in real life. You got the, I'm pretty sure these are actually metal, which is a nice touch. So there's the opening door, then of course you've got the metal stairs followed by the plastic stairs. Also you've got really good riveting around the entire model, which of course looks good. The axles themselves look pretty decent. Obviously most of the detail is just unfortunately molded on, but that's pretty fine and okay. And as you can see, we've got this little logo here. I'm not too sure what it says, but yeah, this little logo on the fuel tank. I'm assuming that should be readable, but I don't really know yet. And of course we've got the grills, which do look pretty nice. What's pretty cool about this is that, yeah, you can actually see through the grills, so this is totally like what it would be like in real life, so they've done a good job with that. As you can see, there's the driver and fireman, which as you can see, they do look like that they are painted, which is a good touch for Auscision to do that. Just to remind you, this model did cost me $310, so for $310 I've got to admit, it's not a bad deal. It really isn't. Okay, so here's the roof of the B-Class, which looks obviously identical to what the real B-Class would look like, of course. And of course down here you got the plough, which is pretty bare, but that's fine. You do have some hoses on each side. Of course you've also got the knuckle coupler, which looks really good. You've got the metal handrails on the front. As you can see, you've got the VR logo there, which looks very nice. B62 on the sides of the front, so that's very nice. You've got the big headlight, and then you've got the small marker lights on the bottom. Inside the cab, you can see there isn't really that much detail inside the cab, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, but that's, in my opinion, that's not too bad. And obviously the round holes around the entire loco, the glass holes do look very good as well. Also, the stripes on the front and the rear do look very nice as well, especially when it meets the VR logo. That does look very nice. Just to show you, here's the place where you turn on and off the lights. So if you wanted to, you could just flick these switches to turn on and turn off the lights. So that's a good little feature that Auscision has done for quite a few years now. Okay, so I think we have looked at everything that we possibly can with the detail, which I gotta admit definitely looks a lot more better than say the T-Class, and obviously then definitely a lot more better than the wagons. But obviously we've got to run it and see how she performs. So let's put her down on the track and we'll see how she runs. Let's do it. Okay, so here is B62 on the track for you. So first we are going to see how good of a performance of a crawl she can do out of the box. So let's see. Can she crawl? She's jerking a bit. That's alright. Obviously, there's probably my controller. I've got to admit, my controller's pretty rubbish, so really, it's not really that fair. But no doubt anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to let her run for half an hour in each direction to run her in. So let's do that now. Off you go, B62. So far, I've got to admit I am really liking this locomotive. I will admit I am very happy considering how much I only paid for this. For $310, if you ask me, it's actually quite a bargain. So anyway, we are going to let this run in like I just said, and then after when she's ran in, we'll test the crawl again, although I don't think I'm going to be surprised because of my controller. But anyway, without further ado, I'll see you after the running in. Okay, running in has now finished. B62 is coming up to the camera now. Okay, so same things with the T-Class if you have seen it. This locomotive ran very well, didn't have a single problem, it didn't stall at all. It did slow down around a couple areas, but that's the track's fault, not the loco's fault. So anyway, now that she has finished running in, we'll see if the slow performance has gotten any better. Probably not though, and it's not because of the loco, it'll be because of my controller, most likely. Turn her up. There you go. Ooh. Yeah, that's as slow as she can go. That's not too bad. Well, she stalled. Yeah, so it's not a bad crawl. Obviously, when you DCC chip it, it will obviously be able to be a little bit more slower than this. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. So there you go, guys. So now that the running in has concluded, I think now it's time to set up some track and see what we can give her to pull. So I'll set that up right now. So final thoughts for the B class then. I think it's a very good study model. I do believe I did get for what I paid for. It was really a good bargain in my opinion. I heard that these things are actually going for around $335. So for $310 at Toy World is definitely not that bad. So if you guys are curious to get one, make sure you go to Toy World because they've still got a few of those in stock. I'll be surely happy to get more of these B classes. I really do like it. Those are my final thoughts. All up, I'll probably give this B class an 8 out of 10. I really like it.